So this is what it looked like in Colorado right now. New Year's Eve. And there's our new warehouse. Our motorhome will get parked in that when we get back, hopefully. The last one there was struck by lightning, burned to the ground. Well, we're about to take off on our Florida trip. A little bit later than we thought, but we're gonna make it. Briss is in there making the finishing touches, so we'll be leaving here in a couple of minutes. She's waving goodbye. Hey, wait for me.
Okay.
Oh, here we are at Roberta's, and we're just getting the last minute touches in there. We're leaving for the deep south. And here's the dog right here that says, it's a next door neighbor dog. He's gonna run over there. And we're gonna be off. Actually, it's 7:45. In just a couple of minutes. Well, here we are at Vicksburg, trying to figure out what to do. Here's some cannon. Here we are on a battlefield tour.
They closed at 6, and boy, we just barely got out. They're slamming the door after us and walking out, locking up.
You know, just like everybody else that works, it's important to them.
For their group or something?
Their brigade. There's a Ohio brigade here.
You can't see much when you're sitting down here.
Minnesota, Michigan, 1. Wherever number 1 is. Here's Wisconsin.
Now, what are just memorials to their generals?
That's all they
or
are.
To each state's worth.
Yeah, it's not an
Brigades
actually.
were in
Yeah,
There's Minnesota.
honoring all the, my gosh, Minnesota.
Green Bee Rum. His first name was Green.
The river's right up over this rise a little bit, and they were firing cannons at the cannons that were over the guarding the river, the Reb cannons. A whole line of cannon that's firing towards the river. There were 22 of them at one time, they said, here firing. Well, they had a nice spot here, right behind a hill, on top of a hill, kind of. Lobbed the shells on the enemy from cover.
That couple was telling us about. They talked about the beautiful old Dick.
Well, here we are, about ready to leave Dixie and Jean's place. Beautiful house there. They're all over here yakking.
He saw her.
I guess we better get going.
Yes, thank you very much.
You and that camera's gonna get it.
Thanks a lot. Look forward to seeing you.
You have a beautiful place down here. Gosh, it's lovely.
Bring a little passport and come on.
Come in. No,
Bring a little passport and come on.
Okay. I always have that with me.
bye, y'all.
That's good.
Quite enough time to do what
I know it. I know.
You
know what they say at our age, time flies.
Yeah, it does, I'll tell you. I don't know if it's time flies or I'm slowing down.
So here we are. What'd you say the name of this place was?
Claramel. That is right.
Jim's gonna go back and lock the door. We're just gonna walk down to the beach here, which is right there.
No. Anyway, they just rented. They've been going down there for years. And at first they went close friends. There were a lot of people. Oh, we walked the beach. We walked the beach. Jim says, 3 months you walked the beach.
This is what Dick Dawson's going to be doing for
All
3
right.
months. Walking the beach.
Yeah.
Do that a lot down there. He says, well, they go down and there's a, I don't know, they have to go past. Nothing else particular to do? Grow mangroves. Unless we got out to that one little island that we used to go out to and have picnics, and there was a sandy beach
I've got
there.
a little thing in there, I just, for the grandkids to see what the sand is like out here.
He's looking for something to eat. He just ate it all.
Okay, look over here, Jim. Look at him. Yikes.
There's a red light on here.
That means you're taking a picture.
Jim, you
Bump
don't
the
take a
button
picture
again.
of somebody's equipment.
Take a picture of us.
Oh, it's still on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he hit the red button again.
There's Mr. Dick Cameron. He's just now coming out of the grocery store.
Sack of popcorn and crackers.
I bet you didn't get 15.
Well, sure.
Probably, yeah. This guy over here, he's being a gentleman. And this is where they live. We're just getting ready to take off now. We're in Trenton, Florida, or very near it.
Yeah, they'd ask you not to do that up in the parks anymore because it's really not good for them. But they all look for him after so used to doing it.
They decided to go back to the water.
We'll get some exercise now.
Get a drink.
They're pretty colors on.
Sure are.
See that little crane over yonder?
Oh
He's
yeah.
been there since daylight, standing there on that one leg. Owen and I finally decided maybe he was bogged down and couldn't get loose.
He's just watching for something special,
Some swim along there, you pick him up.
I suppose. Yeah, I bet. This is Bill's boat down here. It's a beauty.
In fact, I think we have one less alligator after the other day.
Oh yeah?
Hey, I heard a lot of gunfire.
Poor old alligator got it, huh? The old alligator got it.
I think so. They gathered them up, drowned them, or what? But I
That
found-
alligator lived right on that point, this one right here. Huh?
Yeah.
Was he very big?
He's about 6-7 feet long.
Oh boy.
Just see him going up and down. See, I put air lines in the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
And I couldn't find the tail. Oh, he did something with it on the workbench, so.
I don't know whether he has any more.
Have you sure got it set up nice?
He's taking pictures.
Oh, please.
I'll take it back to the factory for some hard work. And I couldn't find the tail. I don't know, he's pushed
Oh,
That,
damn.
and that we've had for years and years in Miami, and everybody wants one that big. I mean, you can get
it.
the,
You can't find him now,
you
huh?
can't, no, you can get the thermometer.
Whoever, I don't remember what the name is.
And then the girls had that picture taken
And we
3 years ago when they.
going to put it together, never did, and finally hired somebody to put it together.
I think I screwed that up. And here we go up the St. John's River, right?
Something else popped up.
Year-old oak tree, and it is so old that they've actually got the tree limbs braced up in some cases with cables. As evidence right here. Oh, brother. That is quite a tree. And still growing. Got this land going off over there. There's a cable there, up there, like the top limbs are supporting the bottom limb. Huh. Down again. And there's a gazebo where the party has retreated to. Go ahead.
I don't want you recording some of my comments.
Oh. There's more cables. These are parallel. I'll
Gotta
photograph
take
it.
pictures back up.
Okay.
And a suspension bridge.
Just a little water, huh?
Will you see it in there?
Oh yeah, a little.
I
A
imagine
little
in the
water.
springtime later it'll be more. It comes out over here. It's like they're working down there, pushing dirt over.
She's making the bridge wiggle.
Suspension bridge.
We're looking at a torpedo, another monument to the World War II Navy people that were killed World War II from Pulatka. And there's the Pulatka River Bridge over the St. Johns River. And I don't even know which way the water's flowing.
They had a mariachi band. It wasn't bad.
We stayed for a while. Oh, the Gottings were with us.
And there's the bridge. The river flows to the north. And this is where the bands that they have bands out here. You can't go that fast. And here we are back home after the tour of Pulaski.
Fun to love 'em.
This is the back view of Bill's house. Bill and Mary's house, and his little shed for garden equipment. And there's a canal. Next door neighbor. Over there, we just picked up his mail. He's gone. And there's the St. John Rivers. And then right out here is, all of this is Bill's backyard. A visiting vehicle from Colorado.
65% or $5.98, right? Huh? And then one was $1.98. Oh my goodness.
Little sunset here.
A little bit too late.
Get a little close up now. Sunset. Well, here we are at Jim and Jean Cal's place. Beautiful place in the woods. This is Jim's barn. It's a workshop. Got lumber stored in the hayloft. Got every tool that you ever need to work on wood. And here's a Another side of the house, they have a patio, huge patio, screened in. Yet another view. And here's the front view. Big asphalt driveway. All kinds of room. And here's their watch cat strolling around the premises. A dog bit his tail off, her tail off. But she's okay now. She's not sure of me yet, that I'm a cat lover. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, kitty. Come on. Come on. Now I can't get far enough away from her to take a picture. Come on. Here we are on the inside of their patio. Looking out. It's beautiful. Nice and warm. I'd say it's about 55 or so.
Candid camera here.
You're not supposed to know
Does your
that.
camera make everybody look skinnier than they are?
Oh, yes, definitely. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. And this is the Kells Church.
Oh, this is my new Powermatic saw, and it's Powermatic model 66. I think it's a cabinet maker saw.
Okay.
And I made the cabinet. It has a B-Smart fence on it. A 3 horsepower motor, single phase, and I really like it.
Okay, that's okay.
This is a Powermatic belt disc sander. It has a 15-inch disc and a 6 by 48-inch belt. And let's see, I forget. I think it's got about a 1 horsepower motor on it. It's a totally enclosed motor. It's pretty nice. It's a nice motor.
Okay.
This is a Delta 14-inch bandsaw that says right there on the side of the bandsaw. And there are 2 models of this. One has an open base. This is a closed base. The closed base is a little bit more money. It's preferable to the one with the legs. It has a 93.5-inch blade on it. That's all. This is a Parks thickness planer. It takes a little plane up to 12 inches wide, and I think 6 inches. I think it'll take something up to 6 inches thick. And it has a 2 horsepower motor on it. And I bought this, I see, from AC Sales in Miami.
Okay.
This is a Rockwell overarm pin router, and I don't use it too much anymore since I made my table router. But one of its main functions or advantages, you can do pattern work with it very well. And I say I don't use it a whole lot. I used it exclusively for a long time for making moldings and so forth, but I'm not using it too much now. This is a Delta scroll saw. It has a 24-inch throat, and I got this bought this from Frank Garcia, and he overhauled and rebuilt this thing. I bought it used. It was just like brand new when I got it. I use it a lot more than I thought I would, but it really comes in handy for certain things, for cutting to the inside of a circle. You take your blade out at the top, thread it through the hole, and you can cut an interior circle or make interior cuts with it. It'll cut up to 2 inches thick in oak without too much trouble. the 6-inch Powermatic joiner planer, and it has a 1 horsepower motor on it, I think. I'm not sure. I've got the literature up at the house. It does have a magnetic switch. Magnetic switches are expensive but really nice to have. I had the magnetic switch on my old table saw, and I liked it better. It's the only thing about the old saw that I like better than my new one was it did have a magnetic switch on it. You can see the piping running to all my machines, and I have my my vacuum out in the adjoining room that picks up all the dust. Well, picks up most of the dust, doesn't pick it all up, it picks up a lot of it. Yeah, Craftsman drill press, pedestal type drill press, and it has 8 speeds. It goes all the way from 380 RPM up to 8850, I think it is. And I also added the crank on the side where I can raise the table up and down. That was an accessory I bought later. And Andy gave me that little tray on the side, which is really handy. You put your drills and your chuck key and so forth and so on it, keep them out of the way. This is an Oliver wood lathe. It's an old one, but it's really a good one. And it's a variable speed. Has a clutch on the head end there. Runs between 1,000 and 2,400 RPM. I could use a few parts for it. Minor stuff that I would like to have. This is a Craftsman 12-inch radial arm saw, and right now I have a 10-inch blade at it. It's a DeForest blade, and it's a special blade that's made for radial arm saws. It really cuts nice when it's sharp, but right now it needs to be sharpened. I've had this saw about, I think it's about 12 years, 12 to 15 years. And when I bought it, it was the best saw that Sears sold. And it is a real good saw. It's made by DeWalt or Sears. That's my, this is my router table, which I made myself. And I'm using a 3 horsepower Hitachi plunge router in it. It's rated at 3 horsepower. It's the TR12, and I like the router very much, and I also like the table. It really works out well. I use this now almost exclusively rather than my overarm pin router. I used to use the overarm pin router. This one works and suits me a little bit better.
Okay.
These are my 2 pedestal grinders. I have stones on the one to the right and the one to the left. I have a wire wheel on one side and a buffing wheel on the right. The wire wheel grinder is Dayton, and the one on the right is made in Hong Kong or someplace. It's a Sunco. And I made the stand for the one on the right. And also you can see my tool chest, which is a Craftsman tool chest. And I have it full of numerous and sundry tools, mostly hand tools that I've accumulated over the years.
Yeah, so I'll put it on. Okay.
This is my messy workbench. And I told Dick I should have cleaned everything off of it. But if I cleaned everything off of it, it wouldn't look natural. It's a little bit worse now than it usually is. When I get involved in a project, I work until I can't find my tools anymore, and then I put everything away and start over. I haven't reached that point quite yet, but I am involved in the project now, and I can trace my projects by the tools that I've been using. I also have tools on the backboard on the back. They're mostly hand tools, saws, and bar clamps, and hammers, spray guns, squares, nut drivers, all sorts of stuff, all sorts of good junk. Some of them out. I have there's one Hitachi pad sander there. I have another one. I actually have two of those. The other one's over here on the floor. And I have a Ryobi laminate trimmer. I have two Makita drills. I have three Makita drills. One is a battery powered and the other two are electric drills. And that's all that's in there right now. I also have a Porter Cable battery powered 12 volt drill, which I really like, and it's out here someplace now. I was using it. It's over on the table there. That's this is my Senko nail gun. Actually, it's a stapler. It shoots a crown staple, and I've done a lot of paneling with it. You can also use it on projects, putting projects together. I was telling you about building a doghouse. I put it all together with those. With that stapler, man, you can really knock something together in a hurry with it.
That operates 150 psi or lower.
Oh, it'll drive staples, say, down around 40. It's surprising. You use very little. It's not like it's not a high volume, air tool. It'll run on about 40 pounds and takes surprisingly little air. Quite a bit of money invested in C-clamps. These are the smaller clamps. I've got another drawer. In fact, I have two other drawers of big clamps. It's my air compressor. It's a Sears head, and it's a General Electric motor. I got a 1 horsepower motor on it. It's a Speed Air tank, and I've had the tank quite a while.
What is it, 20-gallon tank?
No, it's a
It's bigger.
35 gallon.
35.
It's 35. It's a good sized tank. These are some of my clamps. I've got all my screw clamps off the wall right now. I got screw clamps that run all the way out to the end. In fact, I don't have any room for any more, but they're scattered around here and there on benches and so forth. And I also have some bar clamps with long pipes on them that are over here in the corner. But I have the clamps that can completely fill that area. Clamps. And again, I have clamps. I have clamps laying around the C4 over here right now. I'm telling Dick later, I should have cleaned this place up and put everything in its place before the pictures were taken. 5 more if I looked around.
More clamps.
More clamps. Those are the biggies.
Flat.
All right, I'll start.
Okay.
Okay, this is some hand tools I have. I have 2 belt sanders. I have a Sears router. I have an impact tool. I have a hot air gun. And what else? Oh, I have a Rockwell Arbel sander, which is a fairly expensive machine. I think it runs about 130, 150 bucks now. I didn't pay that for it.
Okay.
That's a Sears 16-gallon wet and dry track. This is my vacuum. I bought it from Sun Hill. It has a 3 horsepower motor on it. I forget what the rating on it is. It picks all the dust up. I did enough now. I've got chips and sawdust in it up to here. It's a Senkong, made in Hong Kong, I imagine, or Republic of China someplace. Runs good, does a good job. these saw blades. Almost all my saw blades in our carbide tip. And I got bandsaw blades and bandsaw blades. Got some saw blades here. These are all miscellaneous and sundry tools. Some of these are body tools. Got a bunch of corner clamps over here. This is attachment for the vacuum. Also have a lot of dust. Got a set of dado blades here. Got a rip straight that I really seldom use. Bill loves this, but I don't care for it at all. In fact, I'd give it to him if he didn't have one. I've got a box of sanding drums here. I've got a box of router bits here. Router bits are quite expensive. I've got these router bits, and I've ordered 3 more that'll probably come tomorrow. Which I'm going to use for my clock. One of them's a special application for the clock I'm going to build. Got hole saws here. I have sizes from about 1/2 inch up to, I think this one's 3.5. I have a set that runs from, this is about 3/8. Yeah, 3/8 up to 2.5 inches. Not sure how big this big one is. Can't find the size on it now. He's really cut a nice hole. 2 inch. 2 inch. And 1/8. Graduated 1/8 of an inch. This is a panel, or a piece of a panel for a raised panel door. And this is a set of router bits that's used for making raised panel doors. I was just explaining to Dick how it worked. But I use these in a router table, and you cut your pieces. You cut your rails and your stiles, cut your panel. They're just basically a shape. They have no form to them. The nice part about this particular type of construction is that you get such precise fits. I don't know if the camera will show the detail of the way this joint goes together here. But this is a cove type of joining. And it's all done with these various bits. I have little gauge blocks here, and I was showing Dick that primarily you use these to set the depth of your cutter after you put it in your router and you have it installed on the table. You can use these to set the height of the bit. The height of the bit is very critical to get this type of a cove joint, and this just sits in here and slides together. And I use these as gauge blocks, and I paint them red, so if they get out on the workbench, get misplaced, I can find them. If I see something red that's laying around, I know that I'm about to lose one of my gauge blocks. This is the gauge block for the corner joints. This cutter cuts. Let's see. This cutter cuts this portion of that joint. This cutter cuts, let's see, this portion of the joint. And if the thickness of the material and the height of the extension is correct, together like this. This cutter cuts the profile in the panel that goes into the door. In other words, this portion here, this forming of this panel is cut with this cutter. That's about as big a cutter in diameter as you can use. And you can see that this portion cuts this dado in here that the panel slides into. It makes a very, very solid, good type of a door. Quite attractive. Okay. I was saying this would be a good advertisement for Freud. They make saw blades and router bits. All carbide tip. Carbide tip is the way to go. A little bit more money, but they run and run, and they can be sharpened. Quarter cable plate joiner. It's a relatively new tool in this country, although they've had them in Europe for probably 10 or 15 years. They've just been on the market over here maybe 5 years. And basically what it does is join pieces of wood together, such as a tabletop where you're joining wood to increase the width. It's also used in cabinet carcass joining. It's a real boon to speeding up operations. What this does, it cuts a horizontal slot. It's a little hard to see here. There's a horizontal saw blade in here, and of course it's powered by electricity and so forth. You put your plate joiner up against a piece of wood, and it cuts a horizontal slot in it. You'll make a series of horizontal slots in two pieces of wood, having the slots in the same plane, and then you insert these little wafers here. They're called biscuits. They come in 3 different sizes. You have a 0, a 10, and a 20, and it depends on the thickness of the material and how much room you have to work in as to which size biscuit you would use. This is, of course, glue's placed on this. Glue's placed on the edge of the wood that you wish to join, and then it's pulled together with clamps. It makes a very strong joint. These swell when they get wet from the glue and the glue tacks, and you have a very, very precise joint, and it's a rapid way of you got a serration here, which is the center of your blade. You butt it up against and you try to hold this flat. You don't want it like this. You don't want it down like this. So it's a fairly safe tool because the blade's not exposed until you plunge. Really, what this is a horizontal plunge. It's like a horizontal plunge router. One thing I want to do, I've got it set for 20, so before I go any further, let's see. Well, I'll put 20s in. That's 1. That's 2. Clamp on this one. I'll get the 2 and then I'll shift it. than anything else. The edge of this. What we're going to do, we're going to take those biscuits, put glue on the edge, and pull it together. It makes a very strong joint. You normally wouldn't put the biscuits that close together because it's really not necessary. They make a special glue applicator, which I don't have, to get the glue down in the slots.
I see.
Get all the sawdust out of them. We need some biscuits and I need a brush. I've got quite a bit of glue down in those slots, so. Now we line up the marks on the same side because that's where we cut it. We wouldn't want to do it like this. We'll do it like this. I need my hammer. See on the length. Down like that to the line up.
And get it perfect.
Shift them back again. We'll do. Put a couple bar clamps on there.
In other words, the board is going to be flat across there.
Well, you won't have a bump in here.
Yeah.
It should be smooth. There's no one here. For your glue to come up. Model 77 skill saw. It's made by Skill. They call all electric hand saws skill saws, but Skill was the first one I think that came out with skill saws. And of course everybody makes them now. But it's a worm drive and it is a nice saw. I think it's their top of the line. I've had this about 6 or 7 years, I guess. I like it.
So here we're at Judy's house. Got these two lovely little dogs. Very friendly. If they know you. And we've already had a good time. They got this great big dish, but it has to have a decoder to get all the interesting channels. And they have this real nice pussycat Kitty! Yeah, she's pretty.
Judy, can I
I
do
like
anything to help
her.
you?
I think she's pretty, pussycat. Yeah. We have a camera bug here, mainly operating the camera right now.
Yeah, I see him right there, Mr. Buff.
But we'll let you see your pictures. We won't take them home and laugh at you later.
Yes, you will. You'll do that too. I happen to know you, fella.
Time of the second and the third.
That's okay. You can take a little laugh all you want.
And here's another shot of that dish. It is a beauty. Mind having one like that. And here's nice dog. I don't even know what his name is. Oh, he's a nice dog. Yeah. We have a backyard. There's another, he's a Doberman. Real nice, friendly dog. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah. We're going to wake him up and get in a pose. He's got a itch now. His nursery out there. He has all kinds of trees. 5,000 of them. In pots, I understand. All right out there. I'm getting water right now. They have a big yard. They've got a trailer. And this is the back of their house. And then there's two watchdogs that they say they took you off, they don't take the keys out of the car, and they don't lock the doors, and nobody seems to bother them. Because they have these dogs. Yeah. Oh boy, it's a rough life. Yep. Summit Boulevard. Got here about an hour ago. Home Lloyd Beach, Tennessee. Here we have a little girl playing with a pussycat. A nice little pussycat. Yeah. Well, that pussycat's kind of lazy. Won't play. There you go. And here we are parked in the backyard. Got lots of room. And there's Corey and her daughter. This is exercising the pussycat game.
No, that's too. Just.
Pretty hard to keep the camera on these little guys.
This whole apparatus, or remember the pieces.
Okay, well, let me just, I'll just come down here
This
and
would be the first time
I'm handling
put
this
it in there.
camera.
The
It
way I
makes
would be if
makes
I
me
was going in
nervous.
water.
Well, here we are finally at West Palm Beach. Our first sighting of the ocean. Facing the east.
By the time the man of war gets here, there's 30 to 50 foot long, stream behind it. They're probably all broken off.
And here's our party. Julie's probably trying to light a cigarette. Yep, she got it.
Stringy things kept going on my mind and around my grill and grabbed one. Ah!
They're hot. They're very hot.
We are right down close to the water. It's pretty, but it's kind of rough. Just rained a little bit ago. Here we have some more beach. Yeah, that's called beach. It's an area here that Mr. Spearman had an apartment back in there, apparently. Bob Spearman. Got a view, my wife says it's beautiful this way. And here we have Portuguese man o' war, swimmers beware. A little boat chugging along there. Kind of rough out there. They probably didn't like it. And we have some pelicans watching the boats go by. Probably looking for a handout. Something like that. Yep. Looking for a handout. We're looking over a few boats here. Some pretty nice stuff. This is the yard that Bob Spearman used to own. One here that's pretty nice. Big boat. There's a fast looking boat like this. There's a little boat here. Okay. This boat just barely fits in here. We're gonna haul it, fix the bottom, and this is a gadget that they pick a boat up and obviously can haul it around on dry land and park it someplace. Work on it. Got a lot of boats here in various states of repair. Yeah, that's a pussycat here. This is Karen's pussycat. Kitty! Yeah. There's our old home. Doesn't really turn me on anymore.
That wasn't one of the kids. Think she might still be there?
Oh my gosh, is this?
We're lifting a gold bar here.
Try it, press. It's not.
We're in the Mel Fisher
That would make about 20
Museum
necklaces.
here in Key West.
Or 50.
And there's a place there, they let you lift one of those gold bars. They have it rigged so you can't get it out.
6.3 troy pounds.
And this is a display here with the various coins. Silver bars. They've got silver bars every place here.
Oh, I like this.
Here we have a big shark. And various people posing in front of it. Among some, my sister and her husband. And we have some lowlife here posing with these people.
That's a boat. Hand on his shoulders. There you go.
is a friendly little character. Behind glass. Well, this is cheating. We don't have the camera underwater. We're just watching through glass here. Fish just having a ball swimming around. Here we have some other tasty morsels. I don't see the yellowtail, but these are chubs or something like that. Oh, maybe they are. We have a snook. He's not nearly as sociable as the fish like behind the rock. Here we have a tired fish. He's just leaning up against the rock there. There's a big ship back there and some more tourists looking at the fish. And there's a tourist with a camera.
After I get finished doing the fish and turtles in here, I'll go.
Very polite.
That is one big ship there.
And here is the guard watching over here.
Down on the reef one time we hit a big old turtle that wrecked the boat.
Really? This lobster, crayfish, it's got to be one of the biggest I have ever seen. He must, overall, must be almost 2 feet long.
The one behind it is bigger.
And then there's one back up here that's bigger, Bobby says. And it's not coming in too good.
10 pounds. Plus 8 pounds. I don't know what that means.
Keep looking at these lobster. I can't believe how big they are. They're the biggest I've ever seen. Guess who's talking to who? In Key West. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Right opposite of where the conch train takes off. We're going on that next.
Down here. Hey, Captain Key. Shave, you shave, Captain Key. We like the atmosphere down here much better these days. And I appreciate especially the scenery down here. Our primary industry in Key West has always been fishing, ever since the Indians fished up and down the Keys. And another industry during the 1800s was sponging. Key Westers used to go out with long poles with hooks on the end of them and glass bottom pails. They would hook the sponges off the bottom, and by the end of the 19th century we produced over 90% of all the sponges in the United States. At the turn of the century, Greek divers came to the Keys with air hoses and suits. They were able to walk along the bottom and easily outcompete the Key Westers, hand-picking the sponges. Of course, the locals didn't like that too much, so occasionally an air hose got accidentally hooked. Eventually, the Key Westers drove the Greeks out of the Keys, but after the turn of the century, a red tide caused a plague which destroyed most of the sponges, and the industry came to an end. Just lately, the sponges have started to come back again, and you can still catch them with hooks, but you're not allowed to catch them. Notice how many of the gravestones here are above ground in the New Orleans.
We're on our rest break now from our conference. Boy, we got you now. Woo! Scuba Key West conference. How about that? Here we are on the dock in Key West. People milling around. My favorite song.
This crowd could use some Cuban coffee. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the most dangerous fire juggling trick known to man. Woo! They fell for it. Slowly go around and around until your hairstyle looks like mine. Okay.
Yo, baby, come back. George, it's time, hi. Mademoiselle. I'm going to climb all over your body. I'm done for you, huh?
Yes, please.
I love it when it's sex. You think you love the sex, Joe?
Sex?
No,
The
that.
audience is going to love it more.
Hey, Joe, you can stand right there. Look at down, son. Face down. And don't look down. Looking right at the dog.
Oh my God.
not that lucky.
You burned.
I've been tended to. One where I can handle it.
Walk that Joe, baby! Get down! Where you have to get down so I can get on. No, once I get down, you get on. I mean up. Have you been drinking?
No.
Okay, you better get yourself together now. Give me your hands, please. Put them up in the air and be strong. Don't be a wuss. Okay. Keep your head right there.
Look up?
No, keep your head right there. Squeeze my legs right here behind my knees. No. No! Right here, squeeze. Good. Okay, wait. Right, okay. No. Good. Now listen, squeeze and pull down. Not my pants.
God damn, I tried.
Yes. Look, no matter what happens in the next 45 minutes, don't mock me. My fault, I picked it. We're going to take these flaming torches, throw them back and forth, and cremate Joe!
Let's go for it!
All those in favor say aye. All those opposed. Welcome to kind-hearted Key West.
Okay, Joe, baby, squeeze like you're having fun.
Oh, God, I am.
Let's do it now.
Folks, this is a dangerous trick. If all you people, especially the photographers, would back up 10 feet to be safe.
Okay, darling, let's do it to Joe now, okay? Okay. Okay, Joe, we're doing it.
I'm having so much fun. I'm having a...
Have you ever done it like this before?
Excitement.
Let's hear it for Joe! Let's hear it for Joe!
You're lucky. No, not one.
No, come.
Okay,
I
it's
just
good.
want to say.
You're lucky.
Don't worry about pushing the show.
over it, 80 degrees outside, wind's calm, the ocean's calm, really pretty. And this over here is the old bridge, now used for fishermen. are at Whale Harbor off the Key of Alamorada.
Where's my face, friend?
No. He just doesn't want to do that again tomorrow. He wants to catch the sail. Sure, yeah.
We're really just waiting, killing time right here so we can get into the Coral Grill, which doesn't open for about another hour. The party boats are all in now, I guess. They're getting things lined up for tomorrow morning. This boat just pulled in. Let's see if they caught anything. We got another boat. Boy, they're nice. Now they caught mackerel.
How you been, man? Huh? Hey, good. Yeah, I see you every year.
These must be school mackerel. They're all about the same size.
Yeah. How long you down for? Oh, come on. Make it.
That must be it.
Another docks, not one of the 20 degrees and 30. I get very depressed from this night. And you missed the fishing here, huh? Oh, yeah. You're a good day. I'm too big ones. You're what you call them.
They used to call Catholic mackerel snappers. The seagull that wanted to be photographed. Say something, seagull. They sure have a lot of fun on those little jet boats. Here he comes again. Another fishing boat. Catching king mackerel. Some of them look about 3.5 feet long. Nice boat. I guess we'll go down there and see if they caught any mackerel. Ooh, one wild ride. There's going to be food here pretty quick.
I don't know.
You folks ain't gonna believe, not this one, but you're not gonna believe the next one. I barely believe it myself.
That's the one we're waiting for.
Sound like a fish story, doesn't it?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, you're going to get it on video here.
That's a mermaid.
It's a mermaid, what it is.
That's it.
Hello, how are you all doing today? Hey, you can stop by.
Well, you better hurry up.
Should have thrown that one back in. A dolphin.
What is that?
I don't know. What the heck
is that? What the hell is that?
I don't know.
What kind is that?
Just to show you we weren't just fooling, we did it twice.
Oh my God.
All from Wally fish. The green one, the 3 silver.
Boy, that must have given a fight, huh?
Yo, Gary, how you doing, bud?
Good, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
You can make it like that. 35?
Wait that baby right away before you drop in the juice out.
How big is he, Super Mate? 32. All right, let's weigh him before I hang him up. Yeah, he's
I'm going to weigh that big one.
32, you win the new car!
There we go. I do, 40. You lost a lot of weight, Bob.
Scary, man. Come on. 32, right on the nose.
We're going to get the sunset here. Well, this may be just a bit much. But it'll be down in a couple of minutes. Yeah.
I'm getting kind of worried.
We're gonna get the sunset here. Whether you like it or not. We'll see how it is on video. Actually 6 o'clock here. I hope I'm not burning up my camera.
Oh yeah. Hey, no, it's a nice shot.
It's going down fast.
Very friendly.
It's a good thing he is, too.
Every time once in a while,
It's gone. The unique motorhome here. Seen one like that before. Big Ford truck. From Ontario. So here we are, about ready to leave the KOA on Alamorada. Nice place to camp. Expensive. Here's the Toro Grill coming up. Here we are. Glennis is on her birthday.
Yeah. Okay, you're really going to do it. Years ago. Yes. Dick, that's enough. That's
Okay.
enough.
We're going to have to leave in a little while, but we're on a tight schedule.
Yeah.
See, my girl tends to be on Friday's side too.
Bobby and Jim were there.
And
And they.
Now we're on our way to the Cardsell Bridge.
car trouble or something. Traffic. I can make a right there, can't I? There goes Chris to get some more goodies. And here we are in front of the Taj Mahal. Something that Pan Am hasn't sold yet. And here's a Brenner airplane. In what used to be all Pan American property. Okay, this is a photo of our living room in our condo with the normal camera lens. Kitchen. Okay, and this is with the semi-fisheye lens, the same view. With Priscilla doing paperwork. And ending at the kitchen. Who is that? Here we are at the church for Sean and Shannon's wedding.
Richard, turn around.
So he, huh? You've been had.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Until we start, and then I'm
You look good.
nervous.
You lived around here somewhere in the Indian area. Down this way. What's wrong?
You're not on the list. Oh, that's okay. What are you doing these days? I'm trying to graduate from college.
Escort y'all in. We start to see. Yes, you are.
Take you, Shannon, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until death parts us, and I pledge you my faithfulness. Shannon, repeat after me. I, Shannon, in the presence of God and these witnesses, take you, Sean, to be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until death parts us, and I pledge you my faithfulness. Receive this ring as a pledge and token of wedded love and faithfulness. Of wedded love and faithfulness. Grant your blessings, O Lord, to your servants, Sean and Shannon, that they may ever be mindful of their solemn pledge, and trusting in your mercy, abound evermore in love all their days, through Jesus Christ our Lord. And live together in holy love until your life's end. Amen. We bow our heads in prayer. I present to you now Mr. and Mrs. Sean McDowell.
I won't.
That wasn't live. I'm going to get you back for that. Your husband.
What about my husband?
Almost knocked me off the thing.
He's so graceful, you have to kind of watch out.
Laying there on the ground, my legs up there.
You know what hits you, you do stuff.
There's Jenny, and she's already bored.
How you doing, Mike?
Okay. Ties just like that guy did. It's not the same, but it's close. Mom has to, we're going to take her out. So she doesn't have to drive her car down there and you go with her.
Okay, sounds fine.
But she has to be in there. Yeah, we'll bring her back here. But she has to take her to
Ready to go.
So Bill and Vicki are going out and Kathy's gone. They've gone on out so because they're supposed to help get people to the right.
You have?
Be careful.
Uh-oh, there's a cat. You're not supposed to be on top of the bushes.
most wanted. She couldn't fit on the
Hey, Sean, is this fun? Yeah. You want to do this every day now. Is it fun?
Yeah, you're just getting good at it now. Well,
oh my God.
Oh, come on.
I know you two.
That'll be a good one.
We might want to take on the kids. We did our parental duty.
one bill of paper for each room, that's it. So it's great about that.
The official cameraman that just cut me off. Here on the bike group, they're about ready. Nope, he took off. He's over there checking the table, make sure everybody gets plenty to eat. And that's probably the last meal he'll ever be in charge of. I don't know. Thanks for the warning.
Let's get these guys.
And he said, not inside.
You're gonna get it now.
I don't know about them, but I got it.
Let's go through.
You don't really have to wave, but I got you anyway.
I was standing there waiting, but then you wouldn't ask me to dance.
And here we are at Seaworld, quibbling about what kind of discounts we can get to get in here. And we got a lot of them. It is big.
It's not? Because she put her post office box in there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. One more time. Over here. Danny. There you go. We'll go back over there.
see where we're at? Here they come. Penny, see them right at the top.
Hey, how about a big wave at our camera, would you please? Big wave? All right, guys. You want to know something interesting about killer whales? We're excited now, aren't we?
Yeah, these are really good.
About killer whales? You don't get confused this flipper with an x-ray. Well, you'd see a bone structure very similar to that of your own human hand. Well, that's because some people believe killer whales' ancestors were once land mammals that eventually returned to the sea. Being mammals, of course, these animals are air breathers, and they breathe through a blowhole located right at the top of their heads. But they not only breathe through this blowhole, they can use it to make a wide variety of very interesting sounds. Let's give you a couple of examples here. My goodness, that was just... Oh, God, I sprung a leak there, didn't I? Just a black and white water. There we go. Electropopsy, folks. Almost combine these activities and propel itself completely up and out of the water. Wow! So far we've given you just a glimpse of this fascinating creature, Shannon. Big black and white print. Now what methods? Through the use of hand signals and or body language. So far today we've seen a variety of maneuvers from Shannon, most of which were communicated through this particular medium. We'd like to give you a couple more examples. Moving my hands backwards and walking backwards is a signal for Shannon to come up on our side out. Just take a time out for a nice rough down.
Little big eyes. But they look hideous if they had a big eye.
Over there! Did I lose you guys? Got it? Fine home hand signals, and you guessed it, squirt a whole lot of water right over there. Once again, for review purposes only, folks, this first hand signal means squirt water from your mouth. This second hand signal means over there. Okay? Guys, you combine both hand signals, and there's no sliding right there.
He's not giving you this part.
Right now, we'd like to show you what can happen when we put it all together, using everything we learned about training. Like, sound and touch. We asked Shannon to perform with us. The puzzle segment of the show. Once again, folks, this is Shannon.
I finally got to touch a porpoise last time I was here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, in the petting thing over there. He finally walked in. Hey, it feels like rubber.
We can get that one today.
As long as it doesn't take its toe, it's low.
good enough.